Nick was just a human mechanic on a dusty refueling outpost in the Outer Rim. The station wasn't anything special, just worn metal platforms, flickering neon, and the constant smell of engine oil. But Nick didn't mind. He loved fixing machines. They made more sense than people. Humans were still new in the galaxy. Most aliens saw them as primitive, weak, chaos creatures who somehow survived everything thrown at them. But despite prejudice, Nick worked every day with a quiet smile and a stubborn heart. That's why when the ship arrived, sleek black alloy, battle scars across the hull, Nick's instincts screamed this one's important. The pilot stepped out first, a tall, fierce-looking woman with silver skin that shimmered like starlight. Her eyes glowed purple, and she moved like royalty. Behind her came guards in armor, scanning the area with distrust. Nick swallowed. You need repairs?" Her gaze fell on him. Sharp. Measuring. "My vessel's core destabilized. I need immediate service." Her voice was calm, but carried a weight of command. Nick nodded quickly. "Sure, ma'am. I'll do what I can. Won't charge extra." One guard scoffed. Earthlings always desperate for crumbs. She raised a hand. The guard instantly fell silent. Nick climbed into the ship. He didn't know who she was, but clearly someone powerful. Inside, Gloria watched him from afar. Queen Gloria, monarch of the Solaris Dominion. But today, she was undercover. Gloria had rejected hundreds of suitors, princes, warriors, noble heirs. All of them proud, greedy, always wanting something in return. She heard whispers of humans, odd, reckless creatures who helped others just because. And she wanted to see for herself. Her test was simple. Find someone who helped without expecting reward. Nick worked for hours. Sweat dripped down his forehead. The damage was worse than expected. A sabotage attempt. If left unfixed, the ship would have exploded within the week. "Whoever did this wanted you dead," Nick muttered. Gloria raised an eyebrow. "You can detect sabotage?" "Yeah." Nick leaned out from the engine room. "I used to fix ships during the human-Draconid War. We learned quickly what sabotage looked like." Her expression softened slightly. "Why leave the military? Too many rules. Machines don't lie. People do." He smiled faintly. "Besides, I can help more folks here." "You would help strangers?" Nick shrugged. "If someone needs help, you help. Isn't that normal?" To Gloria, it was not normal at all. When he finished, Nick walked toward her, wiping grease off his hands. "Your ship's good to go?" "Core restabilized. And I removed the kill switch someone installed." He shrugged again, casual. "Don't worry about payment. Just be safe out there." Gloria stared at him. "Free. No reward. No bargaining. What kind of being just gave like that?" Nick scratched his neck, embarrassed by her silent stare. Did I do something wrong?" Gloria stepped closer, almost nose to nose, examining this odd human. "You ask for nothing?" Nick laughed awkwardly. "I mean, maybe leave a good review? Stars help business." The Queen's eyes widened. "He truly asked for nothing valuable," a guard hissed, raising a weapon. "You dare address the Queen so casually?" Gloria lifted a finger, and the guard fell silent again. Nick blinked. "Queen? Like real queen?" Gloria nodded. "Gloria Solaris, Empress of the Dominion." Nick's face turned red. "Oh, sorry. Your High Radiance Majesty Emperor." She chuckled softly. "Nick is fine." The Queen's royal shuttle descended, and a procession of nobles rushed to her side. Gasps rippled as they noticed her proximity to the human mechanic. A noble shouted, "My queen, you should not stand near filth like that." Gloria's expression turned colder than space. "The only filth here is arrogance." Nick stiffened, ready to defend himself, but Gloria stepped forward, stopping him. "This man saved my life without knowing who I was. He expects nothing. That is strength none of you possess." The nobles looked horrified. Then she turned to Nick. "Every suitor I met demanded riches, armies, territory." She paused. "You fixed my ship for free." Nick laughed nervously. "Well, yeah. Kindness is kind of the Earth brand." Gloria extended her hand. "Nick of Earth, would you accompany me back to my world? I believe your values are needed in my court." Nick's jaw dropped. Are you asking me out?" Her purple eyes sparkled. "I'm asking you to be by my side. Whatever path you choose." Nick looked back at the shabby station. Rust, loneliness, small dreams. Then he looked at her. Power, wonder, future. That he took her hand. Weeks later, Solaris Palace. Nick walked beside Gloria through marble halls lined with starlight and living crystal. He wore simple mechanics clothing. Queen Gloria wouldn't let him dress up if he didn't want to. I fixed that door hinge, he said proudly. The palace engineers are confused why their queen's chosen suitor prefers fixing doors, she teased. I go where I'm needed. She loved that about him. But not everyone was happy. In council, nobles snarled and whispered. A human? Weak. Unfit. He's only here for power. He will bring shame. Gloria's throne room shook with angry voices. Nick stepped forward, voice steady. I didn't come here for a crown or glory. I came because she asked. And because I want to help. He gestured around. You judge humans as weak, but humans survive anything. You underestimate us. A noble laughed. What can you offer our queen? You fixed a ship, so what? Nick pointed at the ceiling. That ship? It was rigged to explode. I saved your queen's life before I knew her name. Would you give everything for someone you just met? Silence. Gloria's smile was proud, fierce. She stood and touched Nick's shoulder. He has more honor than all of you combined. The council bowed, reluctantly. Later, balcony overlooking the stars. Gloria looked at Nick, the starlight reflecting in her eyes. You still don't understand, do you? She asked. Understand what? That day on the station, her fingers laced with his. I was testing potential husbands. Nick froze. Wait, husband? His voice cracked. Like marriage? Gloria nodded. You passed without even knowing there was a test. Nick laughed, breathless. I just fixed your ship. And that, she whispered, is why you are worthy. Nick swallowed. His heart pounded like an engine ready to launch. So what now? Gloria leaned close, her forehead touching his. Now, we write a new future. Together. In a galaxy where most beings demanded something in return, a simple human mechanic had changed everything, just by helping. HFY. Humanity F***, yeah. ***.